Good morning. It is time to make my Moccaccino. I've got my special cup. You know I love my happy cup. So we're going to put about a tablespoon of this delicious Moccaccino, which is made from black, red, purple, yellow maca, grown up in the Andes Mountains. Tons of antioxidants. It's energizing. It's so good for you. It's got a little bit of cacao powder in there, so it's very coffee-like. This morning I'm just going to use a little bit of my Lakanto sweetener, about a half a teaspoon. Just pour my hot water in there. I'm going to leave a little space at the top because I'm going to do something a little bit different today. So I'm just going to stir this up real well. And then in a separate cup, I've got some soy milk. And I'm going to use my little whipper here, my Zoulet. And this thing will make like a froth. And this will just whip this up. It just kind of makes it feel fancy, like you're at a Starbucks or something. And it'll just make that nice and fluffy. Making a mess here. And then we're just gonna pour this on the top. And then you've got your whip for your delicious morning drink. So I'm gonna go enjoy this, then I'm gonna jump in the shower, and then I will show you a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm gonna be doing my third What I Eat in a Day video. So today I'm going to be showing you a breakfast, lunch, and a dinner. Now I know in previous videos I've told you I don't usually eat breakfast, I do intermittent fast, and that's just something that I do personally for me. It makes me feel better. But today I'm going to show you an oatmeal recipe that I like to use. Sometimes on Sundays if I get up late, and I'm really hungry, I'll do an oatmeal. So we'll be showing you that. And then for lunch, we're gonna be doing a raw wrap, really delicious. It's gonna be filled with hummus and all kinds of veggies. And for dinner will be a pasta dish that I'll be using some red lentil pasta and lots of veggies. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick around. If you're new to my channel, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow the Starch Solution. The Starch Solution is a low-fat, high-carb way of eating that was developed by Dr. John McDougall. And basically what it is each meal you divide your plate in half. Half your plate is non-starchy vegetables, and the other half is whole food starchy vegetables like potatoes or rice. Also, there's no oil and no sugar. Otherwise, no overt fats. I don't cook with oil. I don't add oil to my salad dressings. I was able to lose 15 pounds and keep it off. I'm never hungry, I feel satisfied, I have lots of energy, and I'm 64 years old, so I need all the help I can get. So if you like quick, easy, whole food, plant-based recipes, I hope you subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, which is every Tuesday and Saturday. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Chew on Vegan. So let's get started on this What I Eat in a Day. So for my oatmeal today, I'm going to be using a gluten-free sprouted oatmeal. I feel it just digests better for me. And this brand is 1 Degree Organic Foods. And I will find a link for this if you're interested. I'll put it in the description box. So I've got 1 cup of water boiling over here in my pot, and then I'm going to add about 3/4 cup of oatmeal to that. So I'm going to move you closer to the stove so you can get a closer look. Once your water's boiling, then you want to add your oatmeal. Give it a little stir here. And I'm going to add in some bananas. I like to freeze my bananas when they get super ripe, so I just defrosted this one. I know it doesn't look too appetizing, but it will add a lot of sweetness to this dish without adding any sugar. And I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon to the pot, just a little sprinkling. like the taste of cinnamon in my oatmeal. Then we're just gonna turn this down and let this simmer for about 5 to 7 minutes. And then I'll show you how I finish it off. And I realized I gave you the wrong measurements. It's 3/4 cups of oatmeal and 1.5 cups of water. So I don't know why that came out of my mouth, but there you have it. As you can see, the bananas have pretty much just dissolved in here. I'm gonna add some blueberries, and then I'm gonna add just a little bit of this Date Lady smoked maple date syrup. That's good. This stuff's pretty potent. Just stir it around, and let's plate this up. So I've got my oatmeal, and then I'm just gonna have a side of green beans with this. I know that sounds odd for breakfast, but not on the Starch Solution. Do any of you eat veggies with your breakfast? Let me know in the comments. So let's give this a taste. I added a few more fresh blueberries on top. So good. And a green bean. It's perfect. So this breakfast will keep you going till lunch, and if you do need a snack, have an apple, banana, perfect. So we'll see you at lunch. So time for lunch, and as promised, I'm gonna make a raw wrap. I'll be using this all natural wrap. They have different flavors. This one happens to be great with veggies. They do have ones that go better with fruits, but we're using this one today, and it is all natural, organic, and raw. So just check out all these veggies I'm gonna put in there. I'm gonna put in some red cabbage, red pepper, I've got red onion, carrots, cucumber, and then some spring mix. I've got some homemade no oil hummus. I have a recipe for this on my channel. I will link to it. We use aquafaba instead of oil. It makes it super light and fluffy. So that's what's gonna hold all the veggies on our little wrap here. And as you can see, it's just all veggies. It's just perfect. So I'm gonna spread a little bit of hummus on here, and I kind of just do a thin layer over the whole thing, just so everything will stick. If you wanted to put avocado on here, you can do that as well. Of course, that's gonna make it a little higher fat, which is fine, but just be aware of that. All right, so I think that's good. You want to, one end, you want it all the way to the end. Actually, let's do both ends. That way we know it will stick. And then I just start layering my veggies in here. Start with a little carrot, little red onion, red pepper. Look at all these colors, all these antioxidants, all these nutrients. This is so good for you. And then we'll put in some cucumber. And then I just like to top the whole thing with some spring mix. And then we're just gonna roll it up, kind of tucking everything in as we go, kind of like a burrito, I guess. And then we'll just cut this in half. And there it is, beautiful. So there's our finished product. I just used any leftover veggies. I just made a little salad over here, and then I paired it with a little rice. I put some barbecue sauce on here, and my latest obsession is the Date Lady barbecue sauce. I will leave a link to this, and I will leave a link to the wraps in my description box. So let's give this a taste. So that is my simple, quick, easy, raw wrap. You will love it. It's not gonna make you feel heavy or weighed down. It's gonna give you tons of energy, and it's just chock full of antioxidants and nutrients, which is what we want in our food. So let's move on to dinner. See you there. So welcome back. It's time for dinner. And I'm making a cheesy red lentil pasta dish. And I just made a fresh batch of my plant-based cheese sauce. I will leave a link to that below. I've got some red lentil pasta cooking over here on the stove, and we're gonna add some green peas to that the last couple minutes, and then we'll be adding some spinach and some chopped tomatoes, and then we're gonna add that cheese sauce and top it off with some nutritional yeast, and it's gonna be great. So I'm just gonna add a few frozen peas here. Just let them cook in with the pasta the last couple of minutes. Then we'll drain it, add our cheese sauce and our spinach and tomatoes. So I've drained the pasta, put it back in this pot. We're gonna add some of my cheese sauce. You know, just depending on how cheesy you would like it. Now I'm just gonna add my tomatoes and my spinach. And we're just gonna let the spinach wilt down for a couple minutes. And then I also like to add just a little bit of red pepper flakes, just a few. Give it another stir. I put the lid on and just let it sit there for a minute or two. So here we have our finished product. I added some green beans and a little salad. So as you can see, I have half the plate with my whole food starches, which is the pasta, and then my other half is non-starchy vegetables with the green beans and the salad. So I like to also top it with a little nutritional yeast, just for a little extra B12, which we all need as vegans or plant-based people. So let's give it a try. That is so dang good. If you have not tried that plant-based cheese sauce, the link will be in the description box. Please, please, please give it a try. It is so good. You'll make it every week. It's delicious. You'll want to take a bath in it. It's so good. So I hope you enjoyed my third What I Eat in a Day. And if you liked it and found it helpful, leave me a comment below. I love to read your comments. And all these recipes, as you could see, are super simple, and they're good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet, and what you put on your plate determines your fate. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and make sure you hit that bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you stay tuned for my bloopers at the end. Until next time, thank you. You can also follow me on Instagram, and this brand is, I don't know. They have different flavors. These particular ones, oh, let's try that again because I just spit on myself. So as you can see, I have half my plate of my, let's try again.